most Survivor fans seem to put Chris in kind of like that lower tier of winners, if not at the absolute bottom. I mean, there's some fans that will argue and say he took advantage of the theme of the season, had an incredible performance in the finale. So being the guy who was out there with them, like, how do you perceive Chris's win?
I mean, I think it was really. It's really hard to win Survivor. And when you go out there, it's like even harder. He benefited from the theme of the season. There's no doubt about it. I voted for Gavin because I thought what Gavin did was harder because I wasn't able to do it. I wasn't able to stay in the game the whole time without getting votes. But what Chris did was really impressive to come back through. So as far as like tiers of winners go, I'm always surprised that the actual winners let that stuff bug them. It's like you got $1 million and these people are sitting at home watching, telling you that they think, Russell should have won. Russell's the most deserving winner ever. It's like, that's one thing I learned from being on Survivor is I always thought Russell should have won. And then after playing out there, I'm like, no way ever would I vote for someone who I thought was a jerk. Like, if we got to the end and I thought that you were the best, like played the most amazing game, but were an actual jerk, not just like rub people the wrong way in the game, but I thought like this guy in his life is probably a bad guy. I'm never going to give you $1 million. I just spent 39 days out here to earn the right to not give you $1 million. So like you learn a lot being out there, and it's like, I think, I'll say right now, I think the Edge of Extinction was really unfair to Gavin. Including the benefits to myself, because he had to burn everybody that was on the jury, and Chris didn't have to burn any of them. And not only that, but Chris was there to comfort him, and Gavin never got to speak to him again before Final Tribal.
Right.
And so Gavin played to his strengths the entire time to get to Final Tribal, and he'd be the first to tell you that his strengths aren't great for Final Tribal. Like, he doesn't want to speak publicly in front of all these cameras and all these people that are mad at him, and like his idol Jeff Probst, like that makes him very nervous, so it's hard to plead his case. So yeah, it was really unfair to Gavin. It was the theme of the season. I love that Survivor changes the theme because it's not baseball. You don't need to have the same stats. I like that they change it up and then just go right back to whatever they want to do. And I think Chris, he got the job done, so good for him, man. It's hard to get people to vote for you. And there's a lot of people, I'll tell you this much as it's easy to look at Chris and be like, he was on the edge with these people. That's a big advantage. I can tell you from what I hear that there are people that went to the edge and hurt their standing with people. That they spent more time on the edge with people, and those people on the edge thought less of them afterwards. So the fact that they thought more of Chris and loved him more, I think says something about him. And the fact that he was able to stay in the game like some people weren't.
To watch the rest of the interview,
make sure you click on the video that is appearing on your screen right here. Click on it. It's awesome.